Welcome back to East Providence, everyone. We had a little internet delay. We had to reboot the modem, so give us a chance to catch up here. This is the East Coast Sports Investors Trios from East Providence Lanes. Thanks to Mike Sodoma and his staff for hosting. We had 30 teams of triples. The cut was 361 over for 4 games, so that's about 90 a game, so give about 230 average to make the cut. We are bowling on a 46-foot pattern, specially made, 5.2 to 1, 31 mils, but it hooked a lot more than that. You'll see. Are there any lefties still bowling? All the righties.
Bobby.
Oh yeah, Bobby. Yep. All the righties you're going to see migrating left, especially on lane 7, which we found out last round. Lane 7 is hooking quite a bit. You'll see guys on the left gutter probably. Again, we had a little delay in between the first and second round. Our internet was not working. We had a reboot, so they're in the second frame now. We didn't miss much, but let's catch you up on the scores. First of all, Brian Gaskell with you here, and to my left, our host sponsor Jeff Dawson from East Coast Sports Investors.
Howdy.
That's true. There's another lefty. Jameson's left-handed, right? So the team of let's give you the list of everyone bowling first of all. On the match on 5 and 6, you have Billy Tessier, Bobby DiMuccio, and Donnie Corneau against the team of Tyler Perry, Jesse Gibson, Zach Bolkholtz. And on 7 and 8, you have Malik Grove, Rob Green Jr., Dave Thomas against Tyler Hearn, Jameson Matthew, and Joey Transu. Through 2 frames, let's see. Let's do some quick math here. The team on the Transu Matthew team has 2 doubles and an open, and so does the other team. So that match is basically even. You give or take a few pins and count. And on 5 and 6, both teams have. Oh no, one team has 2 opens. Let's see. That's Donnie's up right now on the right lane. So let's see. Donnie just tripled. So that Donnie's team is up about 30 pins early through 2 1/3 frames, call it. So hopefully we have two close matches like the last one. That was good stuff right down to the last guy in both matches. So there's Jesse Gibson, fast 8. Our defending champions in this event, 2-time defending champions, were R.J. Broge, Bill Webb, and Jay Johnson. They did not make the cut, so they will not be able to bowl together. The rule always has been that the defending champions are allowed to defend.
Okay.
So the rule for triples is, Jeff, 1 multi-champion, 1 single-time champion, 1 non-champion. R.J., Webb, and Johnson are obviously all multiple-time champions, but when they won the first time, Jay Johnson was a non-champ. That was his first title, and he's won a bunch since then. And then when they won the triples again last year, that was like his 4th or 5th title. But they are allowed to keep defending until they lose, and so now they will have to break up that team. And that is the reason why they, somebody asked me, like, how can those guys, they all have 5. The Webb's got 20 titles, whatever, But the rule is you are allowed to keep repeating until you lose, and they finally will not be able to compete together. So here's Tessier on lane 6. Ooh, all right. Scramble the rack for a 7-pin. So they will, a couple of early important shots here for Bogholtz on 5. They have a couple of strikes up here coming. They need to at least keep pace here. They're down 30 early, and that's a trip 4-9. Just to keep everybody up to date on the upcoming events, tomorrow is a doubles event here in East Providence as well. We believe the 9 a.m. squad is full, possibly 1 opening if you want to make a quick message to Dan. It was full at one time. We think we heard that one team dropped out, so there may be one opening at 9 o'clock. Otherwise, we have a full squad, and then there are openings at 12:30. Same rules apply. One champion per team only, unless one of them hasn't won in 10 years, I believe it is, for doubles. I think it's 10. We've talked about changing so many times, I lost track. I'm pretty sure it's if you haven't won in 10 years for doubles. Tyler Perry with a trip 4. Wow, that's back-to-back doubles. So that narrows that match down to, maybe a 10-pin lead. And again, we're going to tell you right now, lane 7, you will find out, is going to be the key to this match on to the 7 and 8, because 7 has a spot that if you hit it, the ball is going to go left. and the thing is, if you get it around that spot, it might never hook at all. So whoever figures out lane 7 is going to win that match, I would be willing to say. Here's Jesse Gibson. 10 in the pit. So, yeah, so that's our next event is tomorrow. The next tournament weekend is March 18th and 19th at Hall of Fame Silver Lanes. That's the Bullwinkle's Pro Shop Open. Our 1,000th tournament, just hard to believe. Our 1,000th tournament, which we figure is going to have at least, Chris said, I think $6,000 to $7,000 in added money, is on August 19th and 20th. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, we're going to get a little bit of national coverage for that, I'm sure, because that's definitely the longest running, series in the country. I don't think there's any tournaments anywhere that can claim to have that number of events that we've got. Unfortunately, as you all know, COVID's kind of interrupted our consecutive streak at like 800 and whatever it was at the time. Was they'd never missed a month since 1962, but COVID ended that. But we still have pretty much the most events that we know of. All right, back to the matches on lane 6. Here's Tyler Perry on a double. Oh my God, the 6-pin just blocked the message. Wow.
They were the squad leaders, right?
They were. Let's Tyler Perry team shot 2930 plus 530 for 4 games. Well, Joey's figured out lane 7. He says, "What are you talking about? Lane 7's fine." So that's 2 4-baggers for them. So they've got a pretty, let's see, oh, and now a chop. Now a chop. So that lead's getting up there pretty good. 10, 20, 30. 45. They got at least a 40 to 50 pin lead right now, from what I can tell. So here's Malik trying to match with a double here. 4-pin. Thank everybody for tuning in on a Saturday afternoon. I know this is an odd time for a NEBA, but we have 2 tournament weekends, so we have a full event today, full event tomorrow. I know normally our numbers on Saturday aren't great because people aren't expecting us, but we appreciate everybody tuning in. We have this round and one more. The 2 winners obviously will bowl for the title. Gonna make a pick, Jeff?
Well, I mean, I guess it's easy to take currently. Well, maybe not. Who's on 8 right now?
That's the Joey Transu team. And the 2 winners will be going to 9 and 10. We'll have to move everything to the right. But yeah, so that pair hasn't been bowled on since qualifying. So we have DiMuccio with big triple.
And they came from downtown.
Yeah.
To
they did
win their match, so they're hot.
Okay, Zach with a 4-bagger to try and keep pace. But if Billy throws this one, that lead is Jameson. Broke up the split. Right now they'll take that because they got a pretty good lead right now. Although, like we said last round, 40-pin leads can evaporate
Just
in
like
a
that.
second, and doubles and triples. It's unbelievable. Like, you feel like 40 pins is a lot, but all it takes is, you know, one open and one double, and that's half of it's gone, right? You know.
That's what happened.
Billy's in front of the ball return. Look at this, 1-6. I mean, the score, that match, the last match on 5 and 6, right? Both teams shot in the 700s, so that pair is definitely seeing a difference between the two pairs. Obviously, 5 and 6, much higher scoring than 7-8 right now. And this Tyler got the messenger this time. He says, "Thank you." Thanks for nothing, he says. Whoa, there's that spot on lane 7 that we were just talking about. Like, there is a spot that if you hit it, like it looks like somebody kicked it. All right, here's Jesse. He needs to get something going because these guys are in, oh my God, high flush 7-pin. There's another one for Joey. He was on fire to start the day, Joey. He got like 260, 260 the first 2 games this morning on the fresh. And he's not slowing down now. Well, last round we were thankful we had 2 close matches. Right now this is not looking favorable for us. We might have a lot of time to fill, Jeff, but hopefully not. Let's not that I root for anybody to win or lose, but let's root for
a closer match.
Yes, please.
Just takes a split and an open, and next thing you know, a couple doubles, right back in.
Great shot by Malik there. They need to get something going. Match by Tyler. Here's DiMuccio. And that's going to go. That's going to go. Thank you, East Providence popcorn pins. That's what we used to call those pins. That pin was only moving about a half a mile an hour, but you knew it was going.
You did know
those
that
pins,
was going.
I don't know what those pins are made of, but when you just got. And then the funny thing is, then you'll see somebody will ace one, and then like that, and it won't go. Like it's. But when the pin's rolling across, it doesn't take much to knock it over. Here is Rob Green Jr. 3-6. If Jameson and Joey can throw another couple of hits here, this is going to be on the way to being a runaway. And it's not like these guys on the other team are bowling bad. I mean, 2 of them are in the 2-0s. You know, it's not like they're like giving it away. But when one guy starts with a 4-bagger and one guy starts with a 5-bagger, then it's, you know, it adds up quickly. All right, if Tessia throws this one, they're going to be
tough to beat.
Way in front. I mean, they've only missed 4 times in 18 shots between the 3 of them. Tough to beat. Joey tripped the 4-pin. So Jeff, let's talk about your business a little bit while appreciate you coming obviously and hanging with us for your continued sponsorship. Tyler hated that. He got 9. So in case people did not watch the first round, why don't you let us know what you do and how it works and how people can get in touch with you.
What we basically do is we're your personal sports broker, like a stockbroker who follows the market, numbers. That's what we do. We follow over 50 sports books all around the country, and actually the world, and just look for numbers that are moving. We get every alert, weather alert, scratches, umpires, referees. We've been doing it since January 1st, 2015. We're well ahead of the curve when it came to the thought process that eventually the U.S. would legalize sports wagering, which it did in 2018, and then Mass legalized it. I think it was in 2020, and now a couple Tuesdays ago, 3 casinos were allowed to take live bets: Springfield, Encore, and Plainridge. March 10th at 10 a.m., up to 10 mobile apps will be launched. You can go to our website at www.eastcoastsportsinvestors.com. You can send us an email at eastcoastsportsinvestors@gmail.com. Go to Twitter at EC Sports Invest or any of the other social platforms at East Coast Sports Investors. And just reach out to us. If you're playing the games for entertainment and looking for some assistance, some help, we're here to help. If you're looking to make a second stream of income and are serious about it, definitely give us a look up. We did open up in September our own live studio and viewing lounge in Centerville, Massachusetts at 1480 Falmouth Road, Centerville, Mass. So if you're on the Cape and in the area, give us a holler, and love to meet you. Come watch a game, grab some food, and have some fun.
We appreciate it, and we appreciate your sponsorship. This broadcast would not be possible without the sponsors because, some of you have never been here. There's a, believe it or not, for a little rinky-dink operation like we run here, there's a lot of wires and cameras and equipment that goes to this, and part of the sponsorship money does pay to send this broadcast out, so we appreciate it. We would not be on the air without you guys. You are one of many, many sponsors, as you know. I don't have a dollar amount this year. I know last year it was 50, 60, between 50 and 60 grand altogether. I haven't had an update on that for this season yet, but let me run down the names of all the sponsors again, because we would not be able to provide this broadcast without guys like you, Jeff. So many thanks to all of our sponsors: Many Styles of Bowling, East Coast Sports Investors, of course, yourself, Strike FX Pro Shops, Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Cambridge Credit, BuddiesProShop.com, Logo Infusion, Ace Mitchell Supply, Savage Arms, GMS Concrete, Grog Monster Sports, Yankee Lanes, both in Keene and Manchester, Jeff Barden, Callahan's Bolorama, TechVision, that's us, that's Bruce Hall, Bloomfield Electric, Tony and Suzanne Renaud, DJ's Pro Shop, DJ BT Tournament, Jeff Purchase, Chaos Drake Force, Dexter and Turbo Grips, Ideal Bowling Concepts, Better Bowling Concepts, and Storm Roto Gripper 900 Global Brands. They provide balls for raffle for each tournament and for the first out of the cut. Today, the first team out of the cut was John Van Hees, Colby Hagamosa, and Randy Hagamosa. They all received the ball. Back to these matches, nothing has really changed since we started talking sports. In fact, if anything, it's gotten worse. So both of these matches are on the verge of being out of wood. Here's Donnie Cornell has the front 7. Oh, and as soon as I said it, the announcer's curse. Thank you very little. We almost had something to root for.
Almost.
And again, this is This is a full weekend for us. Trios today, doubles tomorrow. Tomorrow is on a 36-foot pattern, short pattern. If you're out there and you want to bowl, come by. There are plenty of openings at 12:30. The cut score, again, was plus 361. The tournament lead was plus 530. We did not have a re-oil before the finals. When there's only one squad tournament, we do not re-oil for the finals. Tomorrow, with the 2 squads, there will be a re-oil for the finals. So they put that rule in a couple of years ago to save some time on on Saturdays when it's a shorter format tournament. Here's Tyler. They just need to fill frames. I mean, outside of a total derailment here, these 2 matches are completely out of wood. I mean, they got to be close to a 100-pin lead, I think, both of them. I'd like to also thank Mike Sodoma and his staff in East Providence. Like I said, we were having internet problems. Mike went over, boop, hit the button, and we were back on the air. It was just needed a reboot. Hopefully we can make it through the rest of this match and the next match without any more issues. But he's always there to make sure we get set up, and we love coming here. It's a great location. It's kind of, I don't want to say central for everybody, but it's not too far away from anybody. Even Connecticut can come. We always draw well here, and they support us. Thanks to East Providence Lanes, Mike Sonoma. After this match, we will wrap up, and we will have to move the camera. The finals will be on 9 and 10, and you are more than likely going to see the team of Transu, Hearn, and Matthew against DiMuccio, Tessier, and Corno. That one's not going. No. Not even here.
It's like they can see the finish line and they're just like trying to get there.
Yeah, well, there's that spot on lane 7 that we keep talking about. It's doesn't take much. But they navigated it very well through the first half of the game, and they just need to fill frames. And at this point, even if the other team threw the last 12, it's not going to be enough.
They're going to be tough.
I mean, both teams are bowling well. I mean, you're going to have one lefty on each team, right? So that takes that advantage out of play. Each team's going to have a lefty, just in case. In case the right's beat up. We don't know what we're going to find when we get to 9 and 10, right? The right could be trash. The left could be trash. Like, you don't know who bowled it during qualifying. It could be either or, but either way, it's going to be 2 righties and 1 lefty against 2 righties and 1 lefty. So the lane play is not going to be an advantage to either team. And by the way, did we also mention on lane 7, if you didn't get it to that spot, there's a spot that doesn't hook as well? Like, I know we, like the golf announcers, like when the guy misses a 3-foot putt and they're making every excuse in the book for the golfer, like we're not doing that. The lane's that hard. Like it really is. There's a spot that hooks and there's a spot that doesn't hook. And I'm guessing Malik doesn't leave the 810 very often.
No.
I'm just going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that. And if you, there's a hang spot and a hook spot, and God bless Joey for throwing the front 6, because I don't know how he did on that lane, because that lane is tough. I remember the last tournament we did here, I was talking about there was a hang spot to the right, and a bunch of guys were striking, and I felt like I was like wrong, and then all of a sudden someone leaked one a little right and got 3 off the right, and I was like, see, told you. It's there. Just nobody hit it yet. But no, here's another spare. This match is history. So we're going to be logging off shortly, folks. We're going to let them finish up, and then we'll cut right out. That way we have time to untape all the wires and slide over to 9 and 10, so we can get you on the air before the practice session is over. I believe they're going to get, they got 10 minutes this round because it was by teams coming in, but I'm pretty sure they're only going to get a couple of balls on each lane next round, so we don't have a lot of time to get situated, but we'll get it done. Here's Joey on lane 8.
Brooklyn.
Somebody yelled out best lefty on that team.
They might be a little fried.
They hooking a little, Rob? Yeah. Not if you throw it there, it isn't. I'm glad I'm watching. I'm going to be on. I'm not lying. I'm glad I'm watching. Of course, if I had bowled this morning, I wouldn't be glad I was watching. But I'm glad I'm watching because I came here at 1 o'clock. And bowling tomorrow, thankfully. I got a good partner for tomorrow. So, just look at Jeff. I would love to bowl your tournament. No offense. In fact, I've won one of your tournaments. You know that?
Yes, you did.
But when you're in the bottom 1% of the multiple-time champions like I am, it's hard to find viable partners because they all flock to the Van Hees and the Dales and the Joey Tranzus of the world. And it was like, I tried. I couldn't find a team. And I said, you know what? I'll just come down and support the live stream and hang out. But I'll be here tomorrow. I'm going with Jimmy Pritz tomorrow. So always good to have a former PBA national champion on your team. So
Absolutely.
We'll give it a shot tomorrow and see what happens. I do wish I could have bowled today, but it just didn't work out. I was a Bayside Bowl last week bowling in their tournament. I asked 4 different people to come bowl. Just couldn't find 2 guys that have never won before that would give me a tenth of a chance. So I just let it be. So let's see. Donnie opening the 10th for 240. The Muccio's in the 240s. Tyler's doing hand puppets in front of the camera. It's amazing. We went from two matches that went down to the last, not even the last frame, the last bowler on each team in the last frame, to 100 pin blowout. Both matches.
2 OOPs?
OOP, yeah, exactly. So while these last couple of guys are wrapping up, I started to get their last round, but we never finished the thought. So we were talking about baseball futures, right? So how much of my money that I made on under 8.5 wins for the Patriots can I bet on the Mets to win the World Series this year? How
Listen,
much?
you
How
know-
much is too much?
You know, the funny thing is a lot of experts. You're right there, and for me, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around, you know, the $90 million invested in 2 Hall of Famers, Verlander and Max, without a doubt. My only question is, are they going to be there in October and November for you? And are you going to get that same Jimmy Trumpet / Diaz as you did last year, or are you going to get the one from the year before? But I think you said. But there's the National League East between the Phillies, the Braves, you guys. And I'm going to tell you, don't laugh. The Marlins are pretty good.
Really?
They got a real good pitching staff. They still can't hit, but they're coming.
So you telling me there's a chance?
There is a chance.
All right. All right.
Double down, double down.
I didn't have to sweat that Patriots bet out much,
No.
by the way. Nah, not at all. Although, if they didn't play like 7 backup quarterbacks, I wouldn't have had to sweat it out, but that's another story. All right, so let's see. Tyler Perry just finishing up here. What is that bottom score? 189? Is that what that is? On lane 6? Yeah.
99 or 89?
I can't tell.
99.
It's blended in with the NEBA logo. That's why. 99. All right, so they shot 685 to 380. I can't see the scores with that white logo there.
37?
Could be 62. Yeah, so 612. So about 680 something to 612 on 5 and 6 in favor of the Cornell team. And here's Joey's just finishing up.
620 on 8.
They're going to be, there's lane 7 again. 420, he's going to shoot 650 to 550. So, all right, folks, we're going to log off and get moving so we can bring you the title match in full. Give us about 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll get the notification when we go back live again. Thanks for tuning in. If we can get everybody when we log in next time to share the feed so we can get our viewership up, we appreciate it. We'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you.